Black Friday, the one day of the year that is most like the purge, since apparently it's socially acceptable to full force punch some old lady in the back of the head for a toaster that's on sale for $2. It's actually insane how some people just lose any composure they have and start throwing elbows for a new TV. I'm the type of person who goes to Walmart for the same reason I go to the zoo, since I'm seeing an animal either way. But when it's Black Friday, it's like when the employees at Jurassic Park got sick of minimum wage and let all the dinosaurs out with the park still open. What baffles me most about Black Friday is people having the energy for that sort of shit. You'd think that everyone would still be in a food coma from Thanksgiving the day before, but instead Aunt Karen downed a bottle of Tums and is mad dogging the new stove she saw in the Target catalog. I wholeheartedly believe that Cyber Monday was made as a means to curb the Black Friday death toll. As a former retail worker, I feel that I'm allowed to speak on the horrors of Black Friday to a certain degree, mostly because my experience took place after the initial COVID hit. That and because I had something special happen that day. I was working at Best Buy back in 2001. I think I was one of the few people scheduled to work from open to close, since as a broke college student, I needed money. I remember some of my coworkers mentally preparing themselves, getting into the zone. I think our manager even gave a bit of a pep talk too, as well as last minute instructions regarding the sale of PS5s, Xbox Ones, and Switches. But I was a bit too focused on the wave of people lining up at the door, checking their watches for when we open, to really listen to what she was saying at the time. I spent most of the morning floating around, helping people find stuff and loading into their vehicles. But about midday, I got stuck working at the front where the register was. I usually did end up doing that for most of my employment at Best Buy, since I was the only person who didn't have a problem doing it. And boy am I glad that I did this day. While checking people out, a guy came up to my register and was holding two different AirPods. He started asking me about them, like what the differences were and such. Then he asked me which ones I would buy. I told him that I would get the cheaper ones since I was broke. He then bought both and handed me the ones I said I'd get and said Merry Christmas and left. I was honestly in shock for a second that I almost didn't notice the next person in line. When it slowed down, I went to the manager and told her about how the guy gave me the headphones. She then told me that I had to hand them over. As it turns out, most retail stores have rules about customers giving gifts. If a customer offers gifts to the workers, we are supposed to not take them. If the customer persists, we need to have a manager watch the transaction. The reason for this is to make sure nothing sketchy is going on. No quid pro quos, if you will, since apparently that happens a lot. I didn't know those things, and had to hand over the headphones for HR to clear for some reason. I then proceeded to spend almost a full fucking year waiting to get those headphones. I would periodically check in with my manager to see what the status is on it, and every time, I'd get told some excuse. Overall, I was told they were on vacation, then out for work for their grandfather's funeral, then they needed to hire a new HR person, and lastly that the new HR person was settling things up, having to go through all the backlog stuff to do. All of this is reasonable, but not almost a full year reasonable. There were even people who had been gifted money and were also waiting on it. I'm pretty sure it would have taken longer too. The only reason I even got the headphones is because I was leaving to work elsewhere. I still use them to this day. Anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. If any of you have an interesting or weird Black Friday experience, please comment it down below. And if you like this video, please hit that like button and subscribe for more content. With that being said, I hope y'all have a good one.